yourself, why did I even get myself up into this? It's your girl, Deasia, the CEO, coming back to you with another video. Unless you're listening to the Evolve and Grow podcast, welcome back to another episode. It's your girl, Deasia. I'm super excited to come on here and chit chat with y'all. So, Wednesdays are my CEO days, and so I'm recording this episode on a Wednesday. Wednesdays are days where I just work on my business and my business only. So, if you guys don't know, my company is Vivacious Professional Services, where I do tax and bookkeeping services. But I also have a consulting firm where I work with women CEOs on scaling and growing their company. All right. Work with powerhouse CEOs on their financials, being their consultant. So, looking at their insights, conducting business analysis, just seeing how their company can grow and be able to sustain. So, my main focus is helping women business owners stay in business. Like, that's my main focus of what it is that I want to do. I don't want them to just start their business, but I want them to stay in business because the statistics show that 4 out of 5 businesses fail within the first 5 years. And so my goal is to help companies stay open. All right. But that's not what this episode is about. Okay. I'll just let y'all know, but like, as a business owner, that you have to have days where you actually work on your company. I spend so much time working on other businesses that I had to dedicate a day where I only work on just my business only. And then before, like on my CEO days, like today, so I worked on my business, and then I do things like record my podcast and record this YouTube video for all of you subscribers out there. So I do things like that. I work on my own numbers on those days, send emails to my email list. And then just really focus on being business owner for myself and being the consultant for me. Also on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays is when I teach at the university. So I'm a business instructor to college students. So yeah, I don't know why I just told y'all all that, but just to let y'all know the things that I do outside of being on these platforms. And yeah, so I don't know if y'all can see here, but I have my degree up here. It took me 10 years to get my master's degree. Okay. It took me 10 years to get this degree. However, I made a commitment to myself to be able to finish that degree. It did not matter how long it took me. It did not matter. I don't know if I've shared with you all, but so many obstacles happened to me. Actually, they happened for me because it made me a better person. It made me dedicated. It made me work harder. It ignited some discipline inside of me that have me keep going no matter what. No matter what was going on, no matter what things that I was facing, that I needed to keep showing up for myself and my business and my goals to get this master's degree. So this episode is all about making a commitment to yourself, and I'm going to give you guys some of the things that has helped me to not only commit to a weight loss journey or weight release journey. I don't like saying weight loss because I'm not, when you lose something, you're trying to find it, and I'm not trying to find that 144 pounds that I released. Okay, I ain't trying to find it. So I like to say weight release. So I like to say that I have released this weight, because your girl ain't trying to find it. Okay. I don't ever want to be 333 pounds again. I don't. I also never want to be broke again. I've been homeless. I have went through struggles. Me and my son had to share meals, so the 4 for 4. I remember going through that. I remember having to go to Church's Chicken, and on Tuesdays they had a Tuesday special where you would get a leg and a thigh. And I remember that me and my son, I would go there, and I had made friends with the workers at Church's Chicken. And so on those $2 Tuesdays, I would give them like $6, and they would load up my box for me and my son to be able to make it until payday on that Friday. So I remember those days. And when I tell y'all, Sometimes I have to remember why it is that I do what I do, why I get up in the mornings, to work out and to make sure that I'm staying in shape while I'm coming up into my office, whether I have clients or not, still showing up for my business, still posting for my business, even if I get no likes, no shares, no interactions on my posts. I still remember why it is that I continue to show up as the woman that I am today, because I remember why I started this. And this episode, I done got all the way into it. I didn't even tell y'all that number one is when you are making a commitment to yourself, you have to know your why. You have to know why it is that you are doing what it is that you're doing, especially if you find yourself falling off of your goals. If you find yourself not dedicated, you find yourself being lazy on you. You got to remember what your why is. And so I don't know if y'all journal, but I'm a journaler. Okay. I'm going to show y'all. I'm a journaler. I have journals everywhere. Okay, I keep me a journal. Got some in my bag too. I'm a journaler. Okay, I'm always writing, and I like pretty journals too. I love me a pretty journal. But I say this, that you have to, sometimes you have to write out your thoughts, and you have to write it out and write out what it is that you want to see. Sometimes we keep our emotions so bottled up inside of us that when it is time to go all in, or if something does come up, you're sitting here exploding. So write it out. Write out, what is your why is it that you're on this bariatric journey? Why is it that you're trying to commit to getting your health together? Why is it that you are going to school to finish this degree or this certificate? Why is it that you have started this business? You got to remind yourself, why did I even get myself up into this? Okay. And then once you realize that, once you write that down, once you get that in your head, every time that you feel like you're getting ready to let up the gas, every time you feel like you want to give up, every time that you feel like you just want to let go, you will remember why you started this. And yes, I am getting up close to the camera because I want you to see me. You need to not give up on yourself at all. Okay? Do not give up on you. You have made this commitment to yourself. And the best way to increase your self confidence in you is to keep your word to you. So when you are making a commitment, and I'm going to read off the definition too, because y'all know, let me tell you, when you're making a commitment to yourself, it is a contract that you're signing for you. But I'm going to tell y'all what the definition of it is, because y'all know I'm a data and research type of girl. So I'm gonna give you what the definition is, so you don't just take my word for it. Okay. So the definition of commitment is the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause, activity, etc. Okay. So then I did a little bit more research on what commitment is. And commitment is an arrangement or pledge to do something in the future. Okay. So if you're making a commitment to yourself to release this weight, for instance, or are you making a commitment that once you get to this bariatric surgery, your weight loss surgery, or whatever it is, however you're getting the weight off of you. And I just talk about bariatric surgery because I had bariatric surgery. Okay. So I could talk about, I had gastric bypass surgery 2 years ago. When you make a commitment to yourself, it's like, okay, after this, once this, I'm going to do what it is that I need to do to be able to maintain this thing. Okay. So case in point, when I lay down on that table on July 16th of 2021, I made a commitment to myself. I got up. I was getting ready to go under surgery. Okay. I got up. I went. I told the people I had to use the bathroom before they gave me that last medicine. I was like, hold on. Okay. Hold on. So I went to the bathroom. I looked in the mirror at myself and I said, self, once you wake up from off this table, once you get this surgery and they rearrange and give you your new tool, you're going to I'm making a commitment to you that I'm going to go all in for you. I'm making a commitment. I'm going to show up for my workouts. I'm going to drink my water. I'm going to take my vitamins. I'm going to dress, I'm going to do better by my body. I'm going to dress good. I'm going to drink my green juices. I'm going to be walking, exercising, taking care of myself, listening to music that is uplifting to me, and I'm going to talk better to you. I'm going to reparent you. I'm going to do better by you because for so long I have not been so good to you. But now we're making this commitment to do the surgery. I'm going to show up for you. And I made that commitment. And not only that, I wrote it down too. Like before that interaction with myself in the mirror right before I went to the surgery room was like the last thing. But before that, I had wrote out like, okay, this is what I'm going when I have surgery, right? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be going to the gym. I'm gonna be getting up. I wrote out my days. I guess I'm gonna be getting up at 4 a.m. to go work out at 5. Like I had wrote all that out. And I can say that most of the time, most of the days, I have kept my commitment to myself. And I want you guys to have that same love for you, to make that commitment to you, to stick with it, right? No matter what comes up. Yes, life is going to happen. Yes, things are going to come and try to knock you down, but you got to remember what it is that why you're doing this. You're doing this because you know that you deserve better in life. You're doing this because you know that you want better for you. You have seen it, and if you've seen it in your mind's eye, it can come to pass. I mean, if you've already seen it, you've already replayed it in your mind, it has no choice but to come to pass. It has no choice but to. But you got to do your part too. All right. So number one is you got to know what your why is. Okay. The second thing is that you have to strengthen your discipline muscles. Discipline gets such a bad rap. It sounds like such a harsh word of, oh my God, I got to discipline myself. Not saying that you have to restrict things, because let me tell y'all, even though I've had weight loss surgery, I still like cake. Okay. I still like to eat certain things. But I have to remember that you have to eat everything in moderation. You just can't just be sitting and binging out. And then I had to learn within me that, okay, why is it that I'm sitting here going to sweets? What's wrong? Like, what is it, D? Like, and I have to really talk to myself like, D, what's wrong? What is it? Why are you binge eating on these things? Okay. Is this going to help you towards your goals? Yes or no? So I had to find those things out. And then if I'm not eating, if I'm eating this to get out of something, or if I'm avoiding my workouts because I'm sitting here in my feelings, that's when I have to get back into my discipline mode. Like, we're not going to mess this up. This tool is here to be of assistance to you, but you still got to do your part. Yeah, the tool go tool. I had gastric bypass. Yeah, that my stomach's still this big, but me eating bad foods, I could gain the weight back. And I'm like, girl, you don't want that. So I have to be disciplined. All right. Yeah, every now and again I have me a little something, and I have my treat days. I don't like to call them cheat days, but my little treat days. I go to Chipotle and things like that. But I have to remember, like, okay, you're gonna have this, but you better be getting up, getting to that gym. After this, you gotta have a salad. After this, you gotta get you a green juice. I had to keep and light that fire up underneath me. And I'm gonna tell y'all, it's not easy putting discipline on you. But when you make a commitment to you, when you say that you're going to do something and you want to keep that level of confidence in yourself, you have to remember why it is that you're doing this, and you have to keep your word to yourself. Keeping your word to you is the most important thing that you have. You are only going to be with you. Like the relationship that you have with yourself is the most important relationship that you can have. Yes, your relationship with God is important too. I'm not telling that, because me and Jesus is okay. We real tight. Me and Jesus real tight. Okay. But the relationship that you have with you is the most important relationship that you have. Okay. You're going to be with you for you've been with you since the beginning of time. And then once this life ends, that's it, right? So you have to keep your commitments to you, and you have to love yourself enough to do what it is that you said that you were going to do. You have to love yourself enough to do what it is that you said that you were going to do. That's how you build your self confidence. That's how you build the love for you. That's how you build your discipline up, because you love yourself enough to show up and do what it is that you said you were going to do. Okay? So that's point number 2 of what you should do if you are trying to build self confidence and you're making a commitment to yourself. All right, you got to strengthen your discipline muscles. All right, number 3 is tap into you. All right, sometimes we be wanting goals and stuff, and we be seeing stuff on these social media apps, and you will have yourself wanting things that you honestly don't even want. Like, okay, you see somebody driving a Jeep, and now all of a sudden you want a Jeep when you've never really wanted a Jeep. You wanted a Kia. So why is it that because you see all these other people with Jeeps, or you see everybody else out here with the drop tops or whatever, now all of a sudden you want it? Okay, or when it comes to getting a BBL or whatever. Okay, so I'm not shading the people in the surgery community. Do what it is that makes you happy, but make sure that the reason of why you're doing this is because you honestly want it. Okay, so just short version of this, because I really need to make a long video about it, but I had canceled my tummy tuck surgery, right? I had got approved for it and everything, but I had canceled it because I did not want it um for me. I wanted it because I wanted to fit in with other people, right? I wanted it because, oh yeah, all the other tax and credit people, they got the flat BBLs, and they got this bag, and they have this. Like, I thought I needed all of those things to fit the look. Okay. um but that's not really, like, the loose skin that I have is not really bothersome to me. But I only was getting it because, like, well, that's what everybody else do. Like, after you have bariatric surgery, that's what you do, is you get your tummy tuck, you get your breast lift, you get your arms done, you get your booty, your BBL, like, you get the whole mommy makeover. Like, that's why that's the thing. And I was like, but Deasia, is that really what you want? Is that really what you want? And I found out that it's not really what I wanted. Like, I really don't want to go under the knife again. I mean, right now in this stage of my life, I don't want to go under the knife again. Like, I've already been under it once, and hell, it was hard for them to wake me up. So, I don't want to go underneath it again. But I had to tap into me and really find out, like, okay, D, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? So, you know what I had to do, y'all? I had to unfollow anybody who made me feel like, oh, look how flat their stomach is, I need to go ahead and get my surgery. No, no. I unfollowed them. I got them up off my timeline. I unfollowed all of the surgery pages that I had. Anything that made me, anything and anyone who made me feel like I need to cut on myself to fit in or to feel better about me, I cut it off. Got rid of it. Like, no, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need to see that. I don't need that. So I got rid of it. And I'm really glad that I did. And right now, to this date, okay, I have not had I did have bariatric surgery, but I've not had any cosmetic plastic surgeries because I don't really want it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to do it just so I can fit in or to fit the description of what everybody else thinks that I should have. So there's that. Okay, there's that. So yes, y'all, if you this video is a little long, but yeah, make a commitment to yourself. Okay, sit down with you and really tap into you and decide what it is that you want for you, and write out a contract, sign your name to you, write it out and tell yourself, self, I'm worthy of these things. I'm worthy of being a wealthy woman. I'm worthy of having lots of money. I'm worthy of having a healthy body. I'm worthy to live the life that I want to live. I'm worthy of having a great business. Like, I'm worthy of all of the, I'm worthy of it. I am. And you got to know that and stand in that. Okay. So I hope that this helps you guys. I hope that you have got something from this episode, this video. I hope that you had got something. And I wanted to leave you guys with this quote. It says that there will always be someone who thinks you aren't good enough. Don't let it be you. I'm going to say it again. There will always be someone who thinks that you aren't good enough. Don't let it be you, because you are good enough. You are worthy of all of the things that you desire. You are worth it, and you deserve all of the good that's coming to you. So I love y'all. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you're listening to the audio version of the Evolve and Grow podcast. I ask that you screenshot this episode, share it, tag me, okay? My Instagram is Deasha the CEO. All right. If you like my content, whether it's on YouTube or it is on whatever podcast streaming platform that you utilize, make sure to tag me. Let me know that you are tapped in, that you see this, and what kind of content that you guys would want to see. So I love y'all. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.